And test audio real quick. Riding retired. Good morning. See if that's any better. Testing again. See if that's any better. Oh, testing again. That's any better. So best laid plans. 10 a.m. was a time set for unboxing this thing and taking it for a ride. If you haven't noticed, there's been a trend for Sunday mornings, and honestly, it's when I have the free time. I live a very dual personality life with Electric All Wheel on hand as well. So this has just become a thing, and it seems to work well. And there's a steady amount of viewership in terms of, I think, those folks, those of you that are here now, likely that are just frequent flyers of the videos that are put out by Electric All Wheel. So thank you for that. That being said, we're gonna unbox this thing. Christian was kind enough to send it over. It's been a minute since we've unboxed a Lectric product, and we do love Lectric. Hands down, the best customer service in the industry, bar none. And the XP Trike 2.0 is supposed to be a graduated version of the greatness of the XP1. Now, I did bring an XP1 to get a visual comparison, but it's kind of tucked away right now in the event that it does start raining, and it looks like it will. And I'm not sure how that's going to last. Depending on how fast the storm moves, we'll be able to get this together while it's happening, and then hopefully use this chest mount and keep practicing this live transition into test ride. That's my plan. Good morning, Rob. Also, yesterday did a live unboxing of the Escape e-bikes Ranger, and for whatever reason the mic pickup didn't work, so all sound was coming through audio on the phone. So you guys that are here frequently, you got to alert me to that stuff when it sounds just horrible, or you can't hear me. I don't know it, because I'm looking just for any kind of audio pickup that you're supposed to be getting, and I'm trying to make it clear and less windy. I can't, like, the wind noise is just intolerable. It's bad enough with the bouncing on the chest in a live ride, so I can't imagine anyone would want to stay around for just listening to an abundance of wind noise on their television while watching me unbox a bike, or Brad for that matter. So I appreciate y'all. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I just wanted to preface the why the change of scenery. Normally we would be further back, right under the sign and next to the chairs, but let's see. It's coming. So that's it. It says an hour. This bike on the website, or this trike, is supposedly you could put it together in like a minute. So I think that's what we're going to do. If you guys are interested in this thing, I've linked it up, one with a product button on the video, and another one is in the description. Appreciate you utilizing that link. You know what it is. You know where we're going to go with this. We'll see about the attachments for all the accessories. we're going to get it out for a test ride, not just today, but in the future. And this will actually go to a friend of mine. She owns the XP1 and wants to graduate to the 2 for the speed aspect. The XP1 was very limited in like a 12 to 14 mile an hour top speed, and that was one of the bigger gripes. A lot of people asking about transitioning. Thank you, Gary's E-Bikes and Adventure, for this. Transitioning a controller for the XP3, which we have, to the Trike. Can it be done? Yes. Do we do it? No. Is it official? No. Do we sell it for that reason? No. If you hook it up, do we warranty it? No. But wink, wink, nod, nod, head on over to Gary's E-Bikes and Adventure channel and check that out if you just must. If that's a absolute must for you. Keep that in mind. That's original Trike, not the new one. Okay. This bike, or the box, just got thrashed real bad. I'm hoping no major damage inside, but it is what it is. Is this glue? Look at this thing. For all the healthy packaging, this is, they tighten this one in there real good. All the glue. That gum. Okay. Basket's already on there. That's nice. This is like supports. Yes, box supports. Okay. Sweet too. Let's see here. Try and get a good angle. It's a tight space for me. Those blocks on the lower left I use underneath the axle if I need to prop it up. And this is for random dogs that come over. Any dogs that want to get in the trailer to ride behind the bikes. All right, here we go. Is this important? No, it is not. It's just clip. Okay, yeah. This is just protection for the folding mechanism on the stem. Every time I think I'm fully prepared, there's always something. Okay. So a bit more plastic in this one than what you normally see, but it's understandable because of the positioning, the size of the body of this trike, and what they've got to do. But it seems to be isolated to just the zip ties, so we're okay with that. Definitely understandable. Rob. You're right. You know, I like having Wes around. He adds a different flavor. He's definitely into the e-motos, and he will come into the chats in some of the videos later on and leave just some random comments, just to either get a rise or see what happens. And it's often pretty hilarious once I realize it's him. Oh, Wes. Yeah, he's the character. I think this is just a spacer box, but I gotta check just to be sure. Nope, fenders. See? Why you don't just start throwing these things away? 50? Yeah. Very eco-friendly. Paper and tape. This reminds me of the TK1. I'm interested to see how easy this is and whether it's like truly obstructed. So when you go to installing on the TK1 or the Moonpool TK1 trike was a pain in the butt. What is this? Handlebars? Yes. I'm trying to get to a place where I can lift this out so I can salvage the box to help move the trash. If you're wondering why I'm doing it so awkwardly. Oh, we got that nice seat. Little bit of plastic. My, look at it. It's like a tractor. Ed, good morning. What is this? Spacer box? You can't ever trust this. Don't ever trust. Always check. Right? You just never know. But it's a spacer box. Only plastic here is the tape. Rear wheel end. This feels like a lot more than the rear wheel end caps. And it is, right? It's the light. Those are the caps. An assortment of replacement parts. This feels to be the charger. Lock. Mirrors. We do like those. I don't know. And then through axle. So we need that for sure. Okay, okay, almost there. What is this? Not a spacer box. What is that? Front basket? Yes, front basket. That is, that weighs as much as some bikes. Holy cow, that's heavy. Durable. I think though, if I recall correctly, it has a 30-pound weight limit. Yeah, it does. So you put 30 pounds up front, which is pretty crazy. What else? We're not done. Spacer. Handlebars. I think I might be able to get this thing out of here. Never trust. Never. Don't know. Open it. Front fender. Yes. Okay. This thing is well packaged. I guess they don't want these things scratching anything. Okay. A minute while I put all this away so it doesn't get soaked. It's interesting, like, to know that there's a designer for cardboard boxes. Somebody's out there, their job is to structurally design the cardboard to keep it in a weight class, make sure that the item inside doesn't get destroyed. I wonder how far they go with it, like if there's actual engineers that are doing reinforcement calculations or if it's just like a CAD designer. Okay. There we go. What y'all got going on here in the chat? Everybody's being good. Scott's not here, so it's okay. Blind Servant and Mark, I bought an electric cargo bike and it's great, except the rear motor burnout at 850 miles and then again at 2,380. Lectric made good and replaced them, sending me a whole new tire. Yeah, man. That's the best part about Lectric. That's why we really like them. Blind Servant Mike, so thanks for the comment. Honker of a front basket for sure. Yeah, Ed, that thing is ridiculous. It's like aluminum, and then this steel basket is just super heavy. Damon, it's a matter of space for the work site. The space is minimal, and I got the cover out, so I undid that thing, the articulating cover, so if it does rain, the box won't get soaked and I can take it down later. Plus, I can shove the trike underneath it as well if I have to, and then just stay out of the rain. Oh, Ed, I assume that the box design is done in CAD. My question is, do you hire just a CAD designer, like somebody that knows how to use the program, or do you hire somebody that understands uh, materials, right? Structural integrity, they can do the calculations for weight, etc. I'm sure they're stacking these things at some point. And if they don't, FedEx or UPS does, that's for damn sure. There's a big one. I'll be able to save those. I was really disappointed with myself for not properly checking audio, and I handed it off to Jeremy, and Jeremy felt really bad yesterday. I was like, "This is not your fault, dude. It's my fault if anybody's." I turned on the secondary phone and just looked to see that you guys could hear me, and I didn't realize that it was just pickup on the phone itself rather than the mics that were on everybody. I even stopped during the ride to adjust Brad's microphone. Duh. thing I'm wondering is, like, this feels very tight in here. It's a pickup of this. Turn it this way. Yep, just like that. That was not exactly what I was hoping for. So the way they've got it in here is the front end is kind of wedged right here, so you have to pick up the stem and then just kind of roll the fork out because it was tucked right in there. Interesting. Let me see. I'm all discombobulated. I normally set up my stuff and I know exactly where everything is. This thing was packaged to the hilt. I know they got it handed to them with the first round of the trikes. They were sending out fenders left and right because the metal fenders would get jacked up in shipping. So I can imagine that this is a byproduct of some of that. We dealt with a lot of the original Trike's fender issues. People would just gravitate to ElectricAllWheel thinking that we were associated. And I know that's because it made up a dominant portion of our earlier videos. But it ended up, and I was like, eventually I just like, Brad, you got to be official and I need to be able to send them to you. So that's how it works for us. There it is. Let me see here. I'll try and kick this back so you guys can see more. What I just did right there is the lever was stopped by the crank from me being able to close it. So that's why I picked it up awkwardly and kicked it down. Where's that hitting? Isn't that good? You guys can see that, hopefully. Oh, Damon. Come on, and I put suspension seat posts on full suspension e-bikes, so suspension seat post is good for everything, in my opinion. Sergio, good morning. Blind servant Mark. Yes, very blunt statement. I understand where you're headed with that. The trike is made for older folks, yes, but often what you find is that they're looking for three wheels for balance issues. There's a very large select set of people, a demographic that really want the ability to ride these e-bikes, but need something that's going to help stabilize them. So they go for a trike to do that. Right now, Blind Servant Mike, I think that there is no future for quad in terms of legalities on the trail, etc., because of what's happening with e-moto as it relates to e-bikes. e-bikes are having a tough time as right now. I'm probably not helping the issue, but I just try not do it, and I choose wisely when I want to act a fool. So right now I'm taking out the spacer for the caliper. And there's the fender. This thing is interesting. Look at how this is. Like it's pinching. So what? Does it attach to the light? Does the light go on it? Goodness. Am I gonna have to read the instructions? Kill me now. Looking at you. Okay. All right. So these are mounts that actually mount to the fork. That's cool. So this is turned around, obviously. These mount down here. Looks like these mount right here. So it's just like this. And I like it. I like it a lot. Gotcha, Jerome. Understood. Let's see you, my man. Let me see this thing right here. I don't think Kathy, she's not going to like that front basket. Maybe. Maybe I do it and then I'll just remove as necessary. But yeah, I see what you mean. It's right there. That's why it's beneficial to have y'all around. So I don't have to go through everything all the time. Okay, my primary focus is always making sure that the rotor lines up in the caliper. So we do this. Oh, there's a cap on this end. So I got to take this out. Goes in there. All right. It feels good. What I was looking for is these locking levers, and there they are. But the difference on these is they're like turny, and they have a lock positioning, but it holds the handle once that's done, versus these on the 1.0, where it was just like a little push button thingy. We had to hold it in and then push it, and then it held right here. It's got these fancy blue levers. I see you, Lectric. I see ya. Okay. Like, I was sitting here panicking, like, where's the display? But I know what's up. I know what's going on. It's in one of those boxes, hopefully. That's what's in the unmarked box. Yes. This one, I think. It better be. It's either that or I'm going back to the trash. There it is, yeah. Cool. I wish it would hurry up and rain so I knew I could go ride or not. This is killing me. Okay, it's a slider. See if I can show this to you easily. Just goes like so. And then make sure you plug everything in. This is a constant customer service question. Sir, it won't turn on. Well, did you plug it all in? I know this because I've done it or not done it. What I have been seeing a lot with bikes lately is they just unplug this portion if there is an attachment to the power button to the display. The keys are up front, so I know where those are. That's good. I also have a battery ready to rock in the event that we get to go out. I got a 14, so it should fit. I'm going to check it, but it's from the older models. Okay. This is a setup and a half. Oh my gosh, it's honking. Let's see, is this 31.8? Yes. Same Lectric traditional seat post size, 31.8 millimeters in diameter. Look how tall. Look how tall you can get. Oh my gosh. Damon, you cannot do this part with a bump stop suspension seat post. Look at that. Just, I'm gonna get on this thing. I can't believe how tall this thing is. This is crazy. That is perfect. Can I raise the, yes, I can. Oh, good on you. Well, not that much. This is the maximum height, but oh, a little is better than nothing. Okay. Look at me on my truck. Ergonomic grips. I'm like sizing it up for myself, and it's not even going to be me riding permanently. Let's do power. Wait, is this the button? What do they got going on here? Yeah, button. It's alive. It works. Yeah, 60%. All right, now let's do the real work. Jerome, I think we're going to do the front basket now. I like where your head's at, Damon. However, recharge, unplug, go the distance. I wish I could do like the Ricky Bobby. That phrase is a trademark, official trademark of Ricky Bobby Inc., not to be used without express permission with Ricky Bobby Inc. You ain't first, you last. It was supposed to be a play on the dual battery stuff as well. Zeroing in on retired basketball players. I'm a retired basketball player, I think. Blind servant Mike. All right, y'all. I like this seat. Y'all be kind. Be kind about the seat. It's for everyone. Look at that thing. Look how monstrous it is. Just sit up like a big old movie theater. I'm putting in the caps on these rear wheels. These fenders look like they'll be okay for the rear install, so that's good. There we go. Get over here to get something to sit on. Doing all this craziness. Best laid plans. These aren't terribly long. That seat is ridiculous. I mean, it's a great idea though. That's one thing that you just don't get out of the other, and oh my gosh, I like it. Let me check this weather. Living here, I typically don't, right? I just let whatever happen happen. But now this, right? This stuff is like got me worried. Uh, Rob, are you talking about like you put the whole bundle and you just tie wrapped it all to this part so it's in? Did it interfere with your latch? Let's see. Is it gonna, is it not? This is typical. Look, it's like, maybe not. And this was 100% a little while ago, and then none of the time after the fact. So it's definitely a scenario in which who knows if it's gonna rain. Florida. Golly. It's a monster. Center tie side. They're gonna be on the left-hand side. That's where your harness comes out. That's where the brake cables run down to. Okay. is not going in clean. All right, I need to do this appropriately. I'm seeing if they're not on the screws. Typically, you guys will have when you get to screws like this, we'll have a dab of this stuff. It is not on here, so I'm gonna add it just a little bit. Probably definitely don't need it on this one. This is a problem child, or this bolt hole is, but we'll do it all the same. Get in there. Zip tie under the latch. All right, Rob, I see you. I'm likely not gonna do it for her. They don't fold, but I'll keep it in mind. What I anticipate is Kathy's gonna make me take this basket off, but I'm doing it for the people right now. It's in. Now, what about you? Here. See what you can see before I get going. Go. It's too big. Yes. I like this design. I think it does make for a very proprietary fender, though. This thing, because of the way it is, like, you'd have to fabricate if you were going to do aftermarket or steal a bracket. Transition it from original to new. These are all the same size, it looks like. So that's beneficial. There we go. There's that. Holding. Hmm. That's not spaced very well. Like it makes it tight. So it's almost as if this is too wide. So it makes the screws really tight. Yeah, you see it fall out. I see some strip screws in the future for some folks. The trick here is to leave it loose on both sides and then just get your screws started and then tighten them down. Yeah, that is going to be a problem. Rob, I think like this, there's nothing to the shock, right? There's not much travel. I know the 4 didn't go down well. This is it. It's not taking easily. On the lateral links, the tension held and this fender stay, and then the links really put a lot of difficulty on making sure. It's like it's hard to know that you're in clean on the screws. I like to start all mine by hand so that I know that they're threaded appropriately. And man, it's not a good feel. Nonetheless, once it's done, and it looks good. I do like the way they laid this out. This thing is pretty nice. Jerome, thanks for reminding me to wait on the headlight because I damn sure would have tried to do that. For sure. Okay. There we go. It does pretty much indicate that I need to get a screw. I don't know where those are. Replacement parts bag, maybe? I have this basket. I can just set all 30 pounds of stuff here. What we got here? This is a lithium-ion battery safety manual, written in gajillion languages. And an extension. That'll come in handy. We'll need that, I think. There it is. These things. Those were in the bag. Just sits out there. Is that awkward? All right, there's a washer on the front of that, so then I'm going to put the lock washers on the back and then put that through the light and then set the sequence the same on the other side. And then take this lock nut and just screw it in. That's there. I suppose I should try and use the electric stuff. It's just so much easier when I know where everything is. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this battery on charge while we're waiting. First, what I'm gonna do is verify the ends. They've probably changed up. Yeah, they have. They changed up the charger tip for these to the new stuff. So it's no longer the DC port, so you can't use your old connectors. Joy. Everybody loves it. Get these keys loose. Seventeen and a half amp hours though. We do like that. But you can tell it's the new charger port versus the old. That's the old one. It's just a DC input barrel. Okay. It's very heavy. Green light, red light. Beautiful. Okay. Now what? Rear fenders. Go. Rob, are you asking what bracket are you talking about? Would the bracket work so it mounts below the basket? Maybe, but yes. And what I imagine is that's likely the case. But the light is too high, to be honest. So I think the mounting bracket off of this thing, uh, she won't like it. I'm gonna demonstrate it and I'll plug it in, I'll check it, but I guarantee she's not gonna like this, so I'm not gonna go full depth on trying to make sure everything is right here on the light and front basket because it trails, right? So a hook to the fork does not trail. It points in the direction you're driving. A light hook to the basket stays static with the frame. The frame trails the position or the way you're going. So it's just, mm, mm. These are just reflectors. Okay, I'm sitting here looking for a connector. The body. So Rob, the answer to the question is the body of the light is just too big. So what I'm working on now is there are two screws around the axle shaft on the bottom of the bike. I'm removing those screws so we can mount this fender like so, which is an improvement from the original for sure. But these are tight, tight, tight. Somebody ran these in hard. Oh man. Let's see here. Yes. One more moment, please. Harbor Freight. Yeah, you can see they were in there. That don't look pretty, that's for sure. It was very tight. That whole start them with your finger thing went way out the window. These were almost cross there. I think what happened is some of the paint or whatever coating is on here got into the holes. So it just made them really, really tight. One down. Let's see if you can see that. They're right there. So you have to take the screws out. And I think when they're put in the factory before boxing, there's some coating from the paint inside the threads. What's best here? There's that. Good? That looks good. These are tight too. And that one started. I always recommend you guys start these things with your hands, but I understand sometimes it's just not possible. Don't strip your screws. There you go. All of the ends. Right. What else? Bar end mirrors. Lock. Some testing. Good. Okay, for this one, you will want to take and use this extension off the headlight. Make sure to line up your arrows, take the other end and plug it in at the harness, which is here. I am not going to tie this together right now. There are two zip tie holders underneath the basket that keep this lined up perfectly. It'll work just fine. Turn it on. We know it works. So this is the older battery. Voila. Is it on? Yes. Okay. Is there a blinker up front? No, they're only on the back. Better to have them. I'm not ungrateful. The one thing I do like about the turn signals is that you can actually can you see it? Let me turn one on. You can actually see it, and they time out, so they'll stop, which is good. There it is. Doing turn signal things. Okay. And then it comes with the electric bar and mirrors. These are fairly easy to install, and they do come with the tools to do so. So that's nice. I absolutely refuse to use the instructions unless 100% bajillion times infinity required. Look at that. What I just lose? So this spreading mechanism was not together and it just fell apart when I got it out. So what happens is these things go into compression and then this piece just pushes out this way and then expands inside the handlebars and then holds it tight. Got to make sure that it's not already too tight. And you may have to like squeeze this down to actually get it in there. There you go. Like so. Once it's in there, you just tighten this and then it's just drawing that piece in, and as it does, it expands inside the handlebars. Doing the next one. I just pulled that plug out. Sorry you guys couldn't see that. So I'm just taking out this extra slack from the bolt. And then when I go to put it in, I'm just going to squeeze this thing together to make sure that it goes inside the handlebars. Just ditch these safety warnings. Oh, guys, I think I'm gonna take this thing out. If I get wet, you guys get to witness the catastrophe. But why would I not do this? That's what she's here for. You need to add some pressure to the tires. What y'all got going on in the chat? Nothing? Quiet? Is everyone still here? I'm just chilling out, watching this calamity. What is the pressure for the tires? 30 to 65. It came in at 20 psi. Give them 40 pounds. Oh, tricky handle. I bought this pump after I got hazed when Jake from Immobilize was here, and I used the compressor plugged in my Sears Craftsman compressor from eons ago. Almost there. I don't know what's going on with this light. Give me just a second. Every now and then, the old ElectricAllWheel light likes to take off and do whatever the heck it wants to do. And then I have to reset it. What I think is happening is there's an infrared remote somewhere around here that somebody's using. Can y'all see how it's just like going nutsos? And I have to reset it. I don't know why. I think the neighbor has an infrared remote that is actually changed. It's either radio or infrared, I'm not sure. Radio frequency, RF. So somebody's got the same frequency as the light. Dadgummit. Okay, one more. So it's not green slime. It looks almost the color flat out, whatever the sealant is, but at least it has it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try and do this transition. Y'all just bear with me, okay? I'm gonna leave the seat sky high because I'm feeling privileged that way. It is not raining after all of that ridiculousness. Where are you? Go. Now in this moment, I'm gonna try and get phone mount onto this thing. I just felt a drop. There it is. The rain is here. Okay. There's that. We're hooked up there. And then now from here, I do this. And I do this. And I do this. And then it says it's there. And you guys should be switched over. So now, get you here. And I think we're ready to rock. Okay. Here we go. All right, so I got to remember about these levers. It's in. That works. Oop, there it is. It's there. I've invented a maneuver. Sweet. We are free. You guys can see me as high as I am on this seat. Let's do this. I do wish that they had not stepped away from the paths. That is very tight. What's the deal there? It is. All right, tour sport. And we're off. Maybe I should have done the settings beforehand, but I guess functionality wise, man, you sit high on this thing and you take a turn, you are going over. This is not a drill. Let me do these. Let me do these things. Hang on. Are y'all still here? Y'all let me know if you can hear me. please. Screen brightness. No. 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 Trip time, no. Tire size, I'm gonna hope that's correct. Bike class 2. All right, there is no breakout for this, so it's looking like it'll just be 17 miles an hour. And that's just the way. Thank you, Corey. Hello, good morning, by the way. I didn't see you there. Hi. And we're off like a herd of turtles. 17-mile-an-hour max speed. We're gonna jump on the Pinellas Trail. Cross our fingers that it doesn't rain. I'm not wearing a helmet because I'm Mr. No Safety right now, but I am excited about like getting better at this changeover. Yesterday was, I really apologize to anybody who watched. Yesterday was a poor showing in terms of the audio. Totally my fault. Let's see. I want to take y'all to the pedestrian bridge because the true test of all of whatever's going on here. Oh man. Oh wait, turbo. Come on, 17 miles an hour. What am I missing? Anybody know what I'm not seeing on the settings? Of course, if I just read the instructions, this will go a whole lot easier. Rider mode, beginner, standard. Good morning, beginner, standard. Maybe that's it. Throttle pads toggle, pads active, throttle active. That's not it. All right, maybe it's the rider mode. Rider mode is the transition change for the high speed stuff. I was on beginner. Ain't no beginners here. Oh yeah, yeah. Honestly, this is a little faster than I want to be on this trike. But okay, get used to it. I'm super high, guys. Like I'm super high in the air because of this seat post. Good morning. All right. Don't go raw. Oh yeah, I know. I'm looking out, right? I can see my line and I know what direction it's coming in, so I can see it on the coastline. Maybe I'll go over the pedestrian bridge so you guys can see if it's got the torque. Right now it's showing 17.2 miles an hour, and Lectric is generally spot on. They're never more than a decimal point or two off with their speedometers. And the pedestrian bridge is such an incline that you'll see if it's got the torque you want and need. It's peppy. I'm really happy that I have the battery that fit this one. So the original batteries have the barrel connectors, so the DC port chargers. The new ones have those 3 pins. By the way, the 3 pin on the charge port is, the 3rd pin is a dummy pin. There is no 3rd wire. I like your bike. Those are nice. Those are very nice. High center of gravity. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat it. If I am in trouble. Not only that, but I gained some weight over the Thanksgiving holiday for sure. So it's lots of mass at the high center. Let's put it that way. I mean, this isn't terrible. I'm a little shaky. It's just like, I think it's just kind of like a hard turn or like some unexpected stuff, but it does feel, oh God, it's just like, don't. But I'm totally used to the control of a bike, a two-wheeled version, using the centripetal force. It's centrifugal. I can't remember if it's centrifugal. Centrifugal is about the axis. Centripetal is the force that keeps it upright as you're moving, I think. Somebody get out the physics book. Here we go. We are at the pedestrian bridge. Haha. I don't think we're gonna break any records here, but it's more or less, I wanna see at 750 watts, typically what I'm expecting at top of the bridge, I'm anywhere from 15 to 18 miles an hour. So let's do that. Throttle only, I'm not gonna pedal. And it's accelerating. And this is the 750 watt difference for sure. And it may get there. 13, it looks like it, oh, 14, and at 14. Now it's at 15, 16, and then right now we're topped out. So, all right. Good job, Lectric. That's definitely what you want. Right here, like this kind of turn. Like, let me see if I can do it. Also, what's the zero turn? Like, can I do this? Oh, oh yeah, made it all the way. Yeah, this, right? So if I'm coming in at speed, does it, oh, I I think I may have imagined the wheel coming off the ground there. That's actually very decent. Okay. Oh, I'm very glad I have the suspension seat post and this big old cushy uh, seat for those folks who need the big cushy seat. We're not going to call it the old people seat because that's not what it is. It is for those needing more comfort and stability in their ride for person preference or medical reasons. Yes. Who is saying that? I'm enjoying that. Is it Alan? Alan Burdick? Oh, not as I bought one. I saw that you loved it. Magician should be thanking you. Alan, so straight away, I got batch one bikes from Magician, and the controllers went out on both of them. So that was problematic, but they made it right. I bought my bikes, so don't think that they were sent to me. I'm a bit different in that way. But they did get a replacement out to me. I did ask them to send me the freewheel. So the 1130, or I think it's grain a gear. So 1128 or 1135 versus the 14. And they did that too. Um, I like working on these things, so it makes me an oddball in that sense. But I wouldn't call them problems other than that, just stuff that happens. Let's see if we can does this thing. Let me lock this up and I'll talk to you guys for a bit while we're waiting to go across the street here. Don't go far. The rain. The rain. This is one of the busier intersections for this area. And there's a ton of bike traffic going across. Out this way is towards Honeymoon Island. I don't know if you can see the sign is right there. Normally, I would come on the sidewalk and bypass this, but I wanted to go up the pedestrian bridge so you guys could see what was happening. I I'm pretty comfortable saying that the current output for this motor isn't going to be anything that's going to super stress the older battery that I have on it. However, the percentage is down to 90%, and it's a 14 amp hour battery. You going with me this way? Okay, perfect. We're all dutifully waiting at the crosswalk. Another thing that I need to get a feel for is the torque sensor. Now that guy, man, you gotta be on some to get on Alt 19 like that. Riding a bike Spandex on Alt 19. All right, here we go. Right over the curb. Yeehaw. It's gonna be bumpy. I'm very compelled to get out into the road because it's, your bike accessible. However, this ain't the device to be playing around with cars. So we're gonna take the crosswalk at all opportunities. The signal crosswalk, not just any crosswalk. Oh, yeah. Good. Not good. Yep, good. Truck. Good. Good. And then, unfortunately, I'm not going to be crossing the bridge, but I'll take you guys out to the causeway. I am just really pleased with what this is. The speed is good. The power is good up that pedestrian bridge, so we know we're sitting pretty there. Uh, I'd almost guarantee it's XT60 connectors, so you can do the electric all-wheel thing. So that's good. It seems to be turning pretty well. I mean, so long as you don't drive like a madman, so we don't know anybody that does that around here, you should be all right. Ding, ding. Does everyone know what a lift station is? It takes the poo to and fro. That's a lift station. City of Dunedin, it's brand new rehab. Here we go. I feel very powerful, like in a truck where you sit high, because that's what's going on with this trike right now. That guy did look at me kind of condescendingly, though. It's like, why is this guy riding that thing? Or I'm making it up in my head. I don't know. It felt like he looked at me that way. But I mean, I'm hauling butt, doing the thing. It's managing pretty well. I'm hitting all the bumps, transitioning from the apron of the sidewalk to the actual pavement and then back up again. It's doing that fine. Even with the three-wheel offset, so not every bump is not hitting at the same time, right? So it makes it look like you're squirrely. Yeah. And I've just been holding full speed on throttle this whole time, and it's not bad. Let's see here. I'll give you guys some scenic stuff. Let you look at it from afar in front of the water, maybe. See what it does down here. I have a like zero tread for. And Kathy be like, "Why are you taking my bike in the salt water?" What do you think? It's fancy. It's really nice. Low tide. No, low tide. Lots of sand to do stuff on. I'm feeling compelled to go get one of the bigger bikes, two wheels, and come rip it up. That seat sits so so high. Oh my gosh. I'm like the off-road riding. I don't think I'm gonna get much. This is definitely street tires on this thing. So that is what it is. A Cloud 30. When I saw Cloud for the first time in the packaging, I was like, oh, Cloud 9 seat. I just went straight there, didn't even read it. Look how much thicker this motor is. This thing it's just really wide. It's got a low profile though. Differentials in there, turn signals, one single disc brake on the back. It does transition, right? So there's motor drive is on this side and then chain drive is on the right-hand side of the bike. It's just got it's a lot smoother body too. I think that You know, the changes made are really good. The baskets, right, the high walls are what a lot of people needed and wanted, so that's not there, but I think this gives you a lot more option, especially if you're, like, dropping a cooler on here. You don't need a high wall basket, you need something that's gonna give you the room so you can grab your handles and do all the other stuff. Very nice. Alright, let me see if I can donut this thing out here. I'm not trying to fall, but if I do, y'all don't laugh at me. Edmol, just do it, man. That Ranger was really nice. I got on it after Brad and Wes took it for a ride, and Jeremy, and then I got on. I was like, "Holy cow, this thing is unbelievable." If you do talk to Joel and you're feeling so inclined, tell him that you were pushed over the edge by our bad audio video yesterday. Oh, oh, oh. Look, I'll take you. This will be a good test for like how it rides because of the bumpy. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'm gonna stand up here. This has got these bricks on the apron out here before the bridge. It does pretty good. I feel the lean of the ground. That's something that I never like. You have to incorporate the pitch of the ground as that you're riding on. Holy cow! I don't like that at all. But that's a trike for you. The Fisher people. Here it is. Oh my gosh. Can the trike? Yes, it can. It almost wheelied on me. Oh, this is not something I would recommend normally. This is not optimal riding conditions. But since we're out here just doing the thing, oh, look how it just rattled the phone all over. One thing I do want to address is the torque sensor. So I want to get some a little bit of riding with that in when you guys are here with me. There are no gears. Oh yeah. So anything past like 10, 11, forget about it. 10, 11 miles per hour. Yeah, you might as well just use throttle. That's the way it's going to be. Let's see what's comfortable. Eco. And my big old feet, if the pedals are on the balls of my feet, the balls of my feet are on the pedals, then my heels strike the basket, the rear basket. Disclaimer, I wear size 15 shoe, so I guess that's not a normal assessment, but just beware. Okay. So it has a torque sensor, but the thing is, right, the cadence of my legs, I know it's not a cadence sensor, but the cadence of my legs while pedaling is, you know, the comfortable part is at 9. Anything fast, 9 miles an hour. Anything faster than that, I don't want to pedal at all, even if it does have a torque sensor. So there's not much range in the ability to use the torque sensor. Does that make sense? But I think this is more of just, we can call it a mobility device if you want. I believe that's fair. Now we're just gonna bump it up and rip it. The very stealthy 17 miles an hour. Yup. I the longer I'm on it, the more comfortable it feels. I know that. Like I'm not. I don't feel awkward right now. It's different. I'll give it that, but definitely doable. And I could spend a day on this thing. The seat is so comfortable. It's really comfortable, especially for your back. It's really nice. Oh wow. Okay. Press the button. I do like I can just come to a stop and then, I'm just here. I don't have to lean or put my feet down. Just do the breaky break thing. Thank you. There we go. There's typically always a couple e-bikes over here on the right. I like just seeing what everybody's out riding. Oh, he's got that. What is that? Ingwe folder. The EP. The EP Pro. I think it's the EP2. I am cheating on these. I'm not going over a speed bump. That's just catastrophic if I do. No, thank you. Yeah. And here we go. Back to the sidewalk. Good stuff. It's zippy. It's not a typical word in my vernacular, but it moves. Don't play. Zippy. What is it, Scott? Is that a spunky nugget? It's a spunky little nugget. Sure. Sure, Scott. There's the pedestrian bridge that we were on earlier. We are not going up that thing again. I can do it. I just like turn around, but we've we've done that now. I'll take you guys through Ozona, and then I'm gonna call it a morning. We will be done off road. Andy said thank you. Oh my, somebody had some very nice marijuana. Oh wow, that was stinky, stinky. Okay, typically this area is like, since it's low tide, you smell all of the low tide smells. Just smells like almost that dead fish smell, like organics decomposing at the bottom. All right, so I'm just out here casually riding on the roadway. We're headed on the backside, Orange Street, going towards Ozona. I'm going to jump back on the trail. But you can see it's pretty smooth. This thing holds a pretty steady 17 miles an hour. Not much of an issue. I actually am not going to jump on. I'm going to see about going up this hill, how it feels. I'll see what it does. Somebody in the comments is like, saying hill in Florida is just a catastrophe or something. I was like, you are absolutely correct. It is disingenuous to a degree, but we're on it now, and it's it's holding, right? The output, it just, I can actually feel it giving it more power. strangely enough. So that is a plus. So that was 17 all the way up, no problems. It just held. It dropped to like 16.7, I think. I find myself leaning when I'm on it, like turns. What you got to say? Seeing how Brad was walking away from Matt on the magician that escaped looked so fast. It was. Yes. Brad was walking away from me and I was jealous. And the funny thing is Jeremy's like, no way that thing's faster than the Alpha. I'm like, okay. I'm like, go get on it right now. And so that's what we did. And I got on the Ranger and he got on the Alpha and I smoked him. But I still like that you're talking off the line for specs and the show. If you ain't first, you're last. That kind of stuff. Yeah, I get it. Look at this thing. Look at that. I so want to take that down and just rip it. I wish it was electric. But off the line, um, for that style of stuff, yes, the Magician Alpha lost, but for same quiet aspect, that torque, that speed, you also have to recall that the diameter settings are different. Um, there's a lot more torque to be had um, with a smaller diameter wheel, but you also have to tune that thing to incorporate that. So one, your calculations, knowing your power output, et cetera, and based on what they're setting their parameters are for the bike. And last thing on that is they were shipment one versions, no OTA upgrade to 60 amp. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about that one. So now you know. Um, Alan, no. Don't worry. I understand it's common to worry about the control. It's common to worry about it because of the large investment. Any of these bikes are large. This Trike is $17.99 right now. If I get it and something's wrong, I'm gonna be upset, right? It's just natural. But the thing is, you know, me buying them and doing it the way that I've done it for a majority of them, I do take bikes sometimes from companies. Lectric sent me this Trike, so I'm not like I'm still going to give it a fair shake when we get to the real video, but I think this is a fair shake too. And where I'm headed with this is that we've proven the magician is covering, right? They're 4 batches deep. Uh, the troll influencer has been put in their place. They are just rendered irrelevant, if not inert, by seeing the actions of everything else. Pretty much that entire catalog of videos over the last whatever 8 that she put out is a bunch of nonsense. So all of that has gone out the window. After this, it's the company. And right now, all I can tell you is that Magician wants nothing more than to be viable in the marketplace. And I can't imagine that Bafang would want to be associated with somebody that would just do, do harm or ill to the potential customers. So when Bafang put out their notification promoting the fact that they have a partnership with the magician, I mean, you can pretty much lock that in. So at least they're going to be there if Magician, the brand, goes out because it's the Fang components. Ciao. So like, I get some pretty healthy turning. Like this is 14, 15 miles, 14. Now it's slowing down, but like I'm in it and I'm on it hard, and it's holding. So that is good. That is excellent. it does trip me out. But I mean, yep. Oh, there it is, right? Like that 17-mile-an-hour turn, that's when I could feel the rear wheel coming on up. So now you know. If you're in the market for a trike, you need a good capacity battery off the jump, 17.5 amp hours. This does have the torque. This does have the power, putting out enough watts at peak to take you up a decent incline while seated. So do that thing, you guys. Like Lectric nailed it with the XP1 trike, and this one is feeling quite nice as well. Y'all got friends, anybody you know that's looking to buy this bike, or one thing I did want to say that is I put my JW Black XP Lite in the back of my car and it stays there permanently. I use that thing at least 3 days a week, just all the time. I love it. So I'm a big fan of electric e-bikes. Number one reason is customer service. Number two reason is just one of the bigger names that we got into off the jump back in the day. And I think by now we have given it a good go. I'm going to park this thing, look you guys in the eye, check this chat, and then sign. Wait, let's do that. Hang on. Hold please. Brake test. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, those are very nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can get around that. One more time. I'm gonna take it up to 17, see what it does in a second. Oh, yeah, man, that clamps down really well. Use this marker. 17. Oh, almost bit it, but look at the stopping distance. So I tried to line up the rear off of this marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 feet. Sorry, ducks, I'm not feeding you. It's not me. And shame on whoever's doing that to you. I hope they're not giving you bread. I left the protection plate on the stand on the bottom of the bike. Okay. I think these are called Muskogees. All right. Freak out some of these drivers. Yeah. So lock these down. Take you guys out. Ha! That is it. I appreciate you guys coming along. Trying real hard to get this live thing honed in on, and then just do it. One, it helps me in terms of time saving, and then honestly, there's a whole lot of authenticity that you just can't fake, right? When things go wrong, they just go wrong, and that's that. I remember one of the first times with the X Peak, and the brakes need to be bled, and there's no attachment, right? There's no real commonplace attachment for the screw or the bleed hole at the top of the reservoir on the handles. And so I was just like, well, that's it. Talk to y'all later. Goodbye. And at that time, I had no idea how to transition off of Wi-Fi for a live feed. So I'm really happy this is happening. Thank you guys for joining me. This is the Lectric XP Trike 750 watt. It is, what is it? $17.99. There's a 500 watt version as well. $14.99, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure and take off your protector plate if you do this. I'm going to take it off later. It was holding the shells when I was in there. What do I like? Top thing, this seat post. Look how tall it is. After that, the turn signals are pretty nice. The brakes work well. The stability is there. I like the fact that it has the baskets. I know that its future owner is not going to be a fan of this front basket. Maybe she changed her mind just because it's working out so well. But the problem with that is the headlight, right? If the headlight is on the handlebars and it turns, it points in the direction you're turning. But with this, when you turn your wheel, headlight is trailing you. So problematic on that front. But these are first world problems for sure. All right, guys, I'm gonna hang this up. It is Sunday, time for some pizza and beer. We'll talk to you next time.